Okay, so you're watching this video because when we were trying these shapes in the last video, they were tricky for your child. So today we're going to be talking about strategies to help move your child forward. So the first is that when we're working on learning to make these shapes, we always try to kind of work backwards to a certain extent. So these are the easiest ones to make, and we do try to learn them first, and then we kind of work our way forward. So usually kids learn to make these two, and then this one, and then this is kind of a harder shape to make because it involves both of these shapes and kind of making them in a sequence and picking up the pencil and things like that. So it's a little harder to make. So if they can't copy the shape, the next thing we try to see is if they can imitate the shape. So you can draw the shape for your child and see if they can do the same after they've seen you do it, and kind of see if that's where they are in their learning of that shape. Sometimes if they can't see you do it once and copy you, sometimes if you kind of go up and down, you can see if they can follow you going up and down or side to side. What I like to tell kids sometimes is sometimes I'll have a sound that I make with the movement. So this up and down one, I will say zip, and because it's kind of like you zip a zipper up and down. And this one I will say zoom, because something will zoom past you. So I try to use those to help kids visualize what they're doing. And we'll try to kind of go zoom and try to picture it big. And I try to have them think about a zipper here and stuff like that so that they get those images in their head and connect it to something in the real world, because this is a little abstract. For the circle, a lot of times I will have kids do a round stop, because in the early stages, and your child might be here, sometimes kids will want to go around and 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 around, and they have a hard time controlling when they're starting and stopping with their circle. And I definitely have some friends right now who've been kind of at that point. So, so that has been something we've been working on. Sometimes I will use two colors if kids are having trouble, and we also like to try to get them to do from the top to the bottom when they're zipping. So sometimes I'll do a green dot at the top, and then I will get a red marker for the bottom, and we'll have them draw a line, and this helps them work on making a controlled mark too, because some kids just want to go zoom, and especially after we've been going, like, okay, zoom. But this will help them make a controlled mark. So stop on the stop sign, and that way we're trying to get the more control with our line. And sometimes we'll do that with kind of the circle too, and I might even make kind of an outline for the circle, like a little pathway, and we might have a green start and put right next to it our red stop, and then say, all right, let's see if you can make a circle, go around, stop, and we'll try to do it that way. So those are some of the basic ideas, and this one I tend to go like zip, zoom, and we just work on like, okay, pick up and then go across.